Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we are looking at the battle platform, otherwise known as the Transportable Tactical Battle Platform. Okay, so the battle platform was first released in the United States in 1985, was also sold in 1986, and unfortunately was discontinued in 1987. Had adjustable legs, so that way if you did actually put it into water, you could get it to go from, or keep in a pretty steady basis. Um, I think we only got to see this in one cartoon episode. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do remember one, and it was with Excalibur. So they had the Lady of the Lake. Um, yeah, it's a very interesting platform. It was not a huge thing. It was something that we could kind of put out as a temporary base of operations. And it was a very unique battle platform idea. I really liked it. I know I had picked up some parts. I never had a complete one, but I did pick up parts. Okay, I can't really see front and back, but this is more or less the front side here. We do have our ramp slash docking platform here that's not extended at the moment. We do have one of the sides, and you get to see the missiles, our cannon. We do have a winch here, so we can try and get stuff off of another ship, or um, I guess most notably, if you had a killer whale, you could actually have it kind of parked underneath there, and they could be offloading supplies. And of course, then we get the other side, and we have a ladder here, so you can try and get someone off of a devilfish or something. And then finally, we have the last remaining side here, and there is, it's just kind of open here, and what's considered a left. So, looking down here, uh, we're supposed to have some room here so that way they could kind of camp out, but really, as you can tell, everyone's just kind of out in the open. So it's not like you have any really good way to stay um, out of the weather or whatever. If it's raining, it's raining. You're just going to get wet. So I'm only going to guess that there's got to be some venting that would have been in here to try and make sure that this doesn't get pooled up. We do have the ramp out here, which was kind of nice. I don't know what this would have looked like if you actually had the flag. Obviously, I've never had the flag, so if you would have had this sitting next to the flag and make it look like it's actually kind of docked to it, I think that would be really cool. But it is what it is. And as you can see, we have our cannons here. There is a spot for someone to sit here and fire the cannons. We have our missiles, which would have been taken care of inside of our command and control center. And of course, we have like what's supposed to be a weapons rack here, and our controls for our crane. And then in the middle of the back, we have a landing pad for something to land there. Although, being honest, it is a very small one. Um, I would say something about the size of a uh, Skyhawk would probably be about what you're looking at here. And of course, we have some windows here, so that kind of helps. It keeps everything going. It is a nice play set here, really, for kids to be able to get their Joes in here, have battles, whatever. Um, and unfortunately, this is how so many so many of us really have it. Um, you have only one seat here. This can all come out. This is a piece that goes in here, and then the window screen goes on top of that. This is for our winch, and of course, there's nothing over here. We should have some racking for some guns. Our cannon's going to be over on this side. Our missiles are going to be on this side. And in the back, these are pegs to hold our landing platform, and our ramp is going to be over here. So, and there's all of our pieces kind of coming around. So you can see how everything kind of comes in. And our legs always like to come out. Here's our rack for our weapons. And there's the weapons on the spruce and instructions of putting it all together here. So, all right, that takes us to the end of that. All right, easily broken or lost pieces. Several small pieces were included with the template. Transportable tactical battle platform, which were prone to and easily lost and or breakage. These included the hook, 4 missiles, the windshield, searchlight, and 5 rifles. Uh, this was featured in Sunbow. So here we have our Sunbow. So this must have been a second episode because I don't remember this one offhand. I know it's been a little bit of time since I've watched it, unless maybe this is the same episode I'm thinking of. But um, I know once the Excalibur came out, it was always raining in there. So, and then here's our commercial spot for it. So, okay, looking at variations, there are no extra variations. Canada did get a different look to it um, for the box art. And it's amazing because, I mean, you look back at it, and I know that these were expensive for us, but to look at the price now, it was $12, $11.99. It is very interesting to look back at it today and think that this was an expensive toy for parents to get for their kids. All right, so now we look at it for bringing it into our Star Wars universe. I put it at a Walker scale. Whether it's right or wrong, I figured a battle platform, probably going to be a little bit more beefed up, kind of like a tank. So that's where I really put it at. It is 40 feet in length. So I figured it's going to be 40 feet in either direction. Uh, it is actually listed as having a crew of 3 and 3 passengers. Has a cargo capacity of 20 tons. For most of this, it's going to be a 1/2 coverage, and it's going to be ground/surface altitude. Uh, no maneuverability. It's not going to move any place. It is an emplacement. And I gave it a body strength of 5D. So just kind of keeping it at that. Now, I took a little liberty on this. We have a missile launcher for 4 missiles, and I figured it would probably hold some extra rounds in here for about 40 rounds in all. Um, it's going to be turreted. The missiles are going to be at speed or scale. The fire control computer system in there is going to be a 2D+2. And each missile is going to be about 7D worth of damage. Now, our blaster cannon on the side here, I figured it would be a twin blaster cannon equivalent, turreted, speed or scale, fire control of 1D, and damage of 5D. And that's really all the armament that we have here. And then, of course, we have our winch and all that. So, this is really where we are. It's an interesting platform, a wonderful toy. It gave so many of us kids a lot of time to have fun and adventures and everything else. And this is really where I guess looking at GI Joe, if we had a Earth type world setting where it's just a lot of water, small islands, acapello kind of, or however it's pronounced. I'm always going to murder it. A lot of island hopping adventures where we have a lot more boats or something like that. Could very well work out for us. As my mind is starting to shut down here tonight. I think it's because of the vehicles we have, whether it's just a marshy area, shallow lakes, or interconnected with river systems or whatever. I think there's a lot of opportunities here. But that's my take on it. And the world has a ton of lakes and river systems, and it binds everything together. So I think it works. It really does. So with that, hope you enjoyed the series that we keep working with here. We have many more to go. Um, it looks like we are roughly about halfway. I don't know exactly how many I have done. I don't know where I stopped, and when we get to the end here, I'll have to kind of look out and see exactly how many more um, vehicles in that we have not even touched yet. So, and then they even just bring it up and just say, hey, this is what we have listed for different group forces that are listed in GIJoe. We can go from there. Um, with that, hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you in the next video.